All right, everybody, welcome to episode 8 of Euro Truck Simulator 2. Tonight we're calling this one the, I don't know if I necessarily say review, but we're going to take a look at the high value cargo pack. I talked about it a little bit in the last episode, but I want to officially make this the high value cargo pack. So what we're seeing here is a trailer. This trailer was already in the game. You use it to pull lift trucks, and you also use it to pull some of the bulldozers and stuff. Get the truck started here. But this is one of the new cargoes that you get to pull with the high-value cargo. One of the other things, too, that comes with it is a bunch of new paint jobs, and we'll take a look at those. Unfortunately, it's kind of hard to go through the different cargoes for the game, so I will eventually, actually probably pretty soon, make a full review of the high-value cargo pack. Or high power, I think is what they're calling it, the high power pack. But tonight we're just going to continue as part of the episode. Then we can jump in and kind of see what it's about, and I'll show you at the end when I reach my destination here. We just woke up, and this is my last leg. I will show you some of the... Sorry, my kids are obnoxiously roughhousing downstairs and making all kinds of noise. So. I'm not saying you were, but everybody else was. Get all these toys out of here, please. Yeah, so we are on our way to... I also bought the Scandinavia, or Go North, or whatever they're calling it. So we are working our way north to get there. I believe this trip is going to take me, if I remember right, the cargo is going to Denmark. So we'll get to see the beginnings of that. Right now we're still in Germany, but we're 6 hours away from our destination, which is about 7 or 8 minutes of driving time. In real life, maybe 10 minutes. So we're maybe half an hour. I don't know. We'll see. So we're closing in on the northern part of Germany, and we're going to be heading over to Denmark eventually. I think, I don't know if we have to go through the Netherlands. I think we might have to go through the Netherlands, but I don't know. We'll see. At least we have a nice sunny day for it. The way that I just luckily happened to pick up the job was to get through there. Maybe what we can do is to pick up a bunch of jobs that have high value cargo that are short distance, if I can, or high power cargo. I don't know. We'll see. I'm trying to figure out the best way to do it so that we can actually get video of the different cargo pieces that we have. So, I don't know. But this is going to be just the regular episode that you guys normally watch. It's late at night. It's about half an hour to midnight here. Usually I stay up till 1 or 2 o'clock, but I'm pretty tired tonight. I might actually go to bed early. I had a bad night's sleep last night. Seth got up in the middle of the night and woke me up, and so I didn't sleep. He's doing fine. He didn't have a seizure or nothing, but he was up, and so we were hanging out, and I didn't get good sleep last night, so now I'm tired today. These kids are getting nuts outside. So far it's all play, but you know how quickly that turns around. All right. So we're going to be getting off here. Heading for who knows where, but the GPS says to do it, so I'm doing it. Woo! Sorry I had to yell at the kids once again. They're going to bed now, so should quiet down a little bit. Whoa, dude. I guess I should back off a bit. Probably getting a little too close. So do I think the high value cargo DLC or high... Oh my gosh, I'm never going to get the name right because it doesn't make sense. High power cargo, because like the cargo's powerful. Is it worth it? Well, it's $5. And it gives you, I think, 7 different trailers. There's a helicopter, a boat, this huge pipe, various different pieces of construction equipment. What else does it give you? There's 3 new paint jobs, though they're all, it's basically one paint job with 3 different different color schemes that you can apply, and then you can make your own colors. So really, they should have just given you the one, but they're cool looking. Like, I really like the paint jobs that they gave. It's like a, and I'll show you when I get to the next, well, when we deliver this load in a couple minutes here, we'll hop into the shop and take a look at the different paint schemes that it came with. But I think it's pretty cool. So anyway, I would say hopefully by episode 9, we'll be heading into Denmark and Sweden and Norway. Definitely going to try to pick up a freight to Oslo, because some of the scenery around the Oslo area is just astounding, and they've got like a really cool, in fact, I kind of remember possibly from the Need for Speed series, these tunnels like that. It's like almost like a pretzel, where you have to work your way up the mountain, and so in order to do that, you go in and out of these tunnels, and you can, you know, see the road that you were just on, and it's like all these switchbacks. It's really cool, or not switchbacks, but like looping through tunnels, and you get higher and higher up on the mountain. And it's a real place in Norway, or maybe it's Sweden. I don't know. It's on the border between the two. But I remember it being in, I think, some of the Need for Speed or some of those racing games, where they had this, you know, cool area where you would go, and I don't know. It's pretty neat. So. Hopefully we'll get a chance to see it again. Man, I am really cruising. Okay, now we're dropping off. I think we might be getting into Norway. And one of the ways that I know, you see that windsock up there? That's one of the telltale signs that you're into the Sweden or the Scandinavian patch, or the Scandinavian DLC, because that's a something that's new. I haven't seen those before. I guess maybe they have them on the canals, but well, hang on. We'll take a look at the map and see where we're at. So, M, and hold on a second. So I think I'm correct in assuming that this is all. I don't think Kiel or Kale or whatever was in the game before. I don't remember though, and I don't think Rostock was either. I think these are both new. In fact, cell plan is new. So. Because you come down here, there's no cell plan anywhere else in Europe, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, those are new. Those are new sales places or mission points. Yeah, sand builders. These are all things that were in the game, but you get up here and you start seeing some new. You know, Stokes was there, so Kiel could have been there. I don't think this was though. I think that's new. I don't know. Maybe not though. Anyway, it was an ending point. So now we've got up into, here's where Denmark starts, and you can see here we're going to Heidelberg. There's Esbjerg and Odense, and so we'll drive pretty much the length. We are not going on these back roads though, but we're driving the length of the country almost, and then we'll try to get up into Norway here. We got Bergen. Anyway, so that's where we're at. That's where we're headed. So I was right. We have passed into the Twilight Zone, the Denmark zone. I probably should slow my speedometer down a little, or my cruise control down a little bit. And so you can see here, it looks just like the rest of Europe, except for there was a little uniqueness there with that river. Well, I could tell that we had crossed a border, so, or they're getting near a border. But this part still is Germany, and it still looks like Germany. Here we come up to another. I'd say some of the things that make this look a little different. There's a city over there. That must be Kiel. Or Kiel, or whatever you call it. Things seem to be a little more open. There's a lot of lakes for sure when you get up to the northern regions. Yeah, it must be Kiel or Kiel or however you pronounce it. Train line. Skies seem to be a little bit different. But I guess it could be just me. I feel like the sky looks a little bit different, but like I said, that could be just me dreaming. The pine trees kind of give way to more of the almost, I don't want to say swampy looking, but they look like yeah, these tall trees here with the, are they redwoods maybe? Or Georgia pine? I know they're not, but those actually look like the pine trees that we have all over the South. Louisiana and Georgia, Mississippi, Alabama. They have forests where they do forestry, and I think it's that type of tree. Guy's not gonna let me do it. Did he hit me? Freaking idiot. See my blinker, see me getting over, see the flasher. What else do you need? But here we come up on Denmark. There's the flag. And we have crossed into Denmark. And we're totally rocking it. So I'm going to get over here because it's telling us we got to slow down. Looks like we're going to get onto a split highway here. As we make our way north, we got about 3 hours left, which is, once again, translates into about 5 minutes. And I'm cruising at 90 kilometers an hour. And pretty soon I should level up. I think this truck can go up to 700 horsepower, if I'm not mistaken. Maybe. But I might have the top engine. I don't remember what I've got, so. So we are now in the expansion pack. It's pretty cool. It really does add a lot to it. It's at $18.99. It's kind of expensive, but I feel like it really did add quite a bit of new things to the game. There's new. I also think it added some new freight, but it definitely added new companies that you work with. So that's going to give you new freights, and it also gave you, some of the things like I said in the earlier episode. A lot of the loading docks are different, which I really like the landing areas where you pick up and drop off your cargo are quite different looking than the stuff that's been in the game previously, and each one is a little bit unique. Like I had one last night where I had to drop something off in my other profile at a like a construction site, but it was not the typical one. It was in the city. They were building a building, and you pull in and have to go down this dirt road in the middle of the city, and then all these really tight corners to work your way in and drop your stuff off. It was pretty cool. Maybe we'll see some of that again. This is probably, I would imagine, going to a construction site. Big pipe like this is going to, it's going to be installed somewhere, but I could be wrong. Maybe it's just fluff. Oh, there goes money out the door. So take a good look. Here's Denmark. It's kind of flat. Bless you, Mater. Oh, too bad we don't get to go over that bridge. Look at that bridge. That's huge. Maybe we'll still get to see it, though. I don't know. It looks like we're going to cut pretty short. Wow, that's a huge bridge. Wonder what that crosses over. I also think it's interesting how some of the countries, I think for both Sweden and Norway, you cannot get into the countries without using a ferry boat. Denmark you can get into, but I think we have to take ferries to get to Norway and Sweden. And I also think it's interesting how they left Finland out. Maybe because Finland's so much larger. I don't know, but I was a little disappointed. I was like, oh, where's Finland? Oh, so still a big chunk is missing. I guess maybe they could do a Finnish expansion, though. I don't know if there's a whole lot in Finland. I don't know. I don't know a lot about Finland, so I don't know if it's like a bustling economy or if it's like a quiet, country state, or I keep driving off the road. Hear the thing beeping. Very smooth highway section. Very smooth. Got a wind tower up there. So exciting. I could jump out here, but I kind of wanted you guys to see it, because this is obviously, you know... I love you, John. This is obviously a big part of, you know, the expansions, actually just seeing the expansions. So here we are, driving through Denmark. You will notice, especially, I think, in Norway and Sweden, the homes definitely changed to very Nordic-looking or Scandinavian-looking homes and villages. They have a lot of reds and whites, and they're definitely different looking than the rest of Europe. Here's an interesting thing. They've got blacked out exits too. See that with the tape over it? So the exit's closed is what that means. And we're getting pretty close. We're about an hour away. Which means about 2 minutes. 2 to 3 minutes. Pretty neat. Gas stations all have different signs, but they're all the same up here. There's that sign too, that cool merge sign. That's only in Denmark. They're different from state to state. Also, the other thing that I saw while I was up there, and we'll hopefully get a gander at that some point in the series, I passed the Scania headquarters, and I don't know if you can have missions out of there, but they actually they had an exit that says Scania, and I was like, oh, it's interesting. And you drive past, then you look down to the right, and you can see this huge building, like facility, that's obviously all Scania stuff. So that I thought that was neat that was in there. Big crash outside. The trains are starting up, hopefully, and not crashing. Interesting how none of the other trucks have paint jobs. Like, none of them. With all the cool paint jobs in the game, they couldn't decide to pop some of those cool paint jobs on some of the trucks. Wonder why they did that. Maybe it's just easier on the graphics or something. Easier on the system. In the news, if you guys saw, American Truck Simulator 2, or American Truck Simulator 2015 or whatever, the new one is coming out soon. I'm looking forward to getting that. As long as it has the improvements, and it'll have some long-nosed trucks. Now, my son Ryan researched this, and I thought it was kind of interesting. We don't use flat front trucks here in the United States anymore because of safety. There's a concern that because you have to push the cabin forward to work on the truck, a lot of people, like an exorbitant number of people, were getting injured when the cab would fall back on the person working on the truck. So they pretty much, I don't want to say they banned them, but in the last 10 years, they've pretty much removed them from service. So you'll see them once in a while here, but you almost never see a flat-fronted truck anymore. And I always wondered why that was, but Ryan said in the last 7 to 10 years is when that's really changed over. The American trucking companies that sell trucks have been told that they're not to sell flat-fronted trucks anymore. So we do not have flat fronts in the United States. Supposedly, the flat-fronted truck is actually more efficient fuel-wise. So I don't know why that would make sense, but for whatever reason, it has a better slipstream. So it's kind of cool. But we also have a lot of different brands. While you will see, an occasional Volvo or Mercedes truck here in the States, really, they're mostly American companies that we see, Though, well, I don't know. I mean, I'll start looking around again. I haven't really paid attention to it lately, but, you still see white. Though I think they're out of business. I'll have to look. Kenworth is definitely still a pretty name. I think Mack went out of business. Well, this is a tight exit. Oh my goodness. With this huge pipe. Yeah, this is one of those that Ryan was talking about My son is like, man, those are tight exits. Getting on this would be a nightmare. Getting off isn't as bad as getting on. Oh, stalled. Oops, didn't mean to do that. I'm gonna have to swing out. Hopefully this guy will give me room. Come on, hand, back it down. There we go. Successfully navigated that tight turn with this giant monster pipe. And John has fallen asleep, my little mater. Little M badge. You can see here already the foliage is very different from the southern European states or the mid-European states. It's kind of flatter. Look at the houses and stuff too; they look different. The assets, they really spent their time putting this together so that it looked nice, you know. And that is impressive to me that they took that time. Things are very different up here, and I like that. That's how it should be. Some of them are the same, but like you see a lot of those kind of things. And I wish they didn't have the big flashing X's across all those. You should be able to have those parking lots drivable, but they blocked them off. But still, it looks actually a lot like parts of Michigan. Don't you think about it. Oh, cool, look at that train bridge. Or bridge over the train. And so we pull into Aalborg. I got a sightseer achievement there. Now, I can never figure out how to do these right. I guess if there's nobody there, you just pull through, right? And then once you're in, you're golden. Here's Ica. That's one of the new distributors. Kind of, I guess, probably fashioned after or made to look like IKEA. Why on earth would they need a pipe in IKEA? And look at the trailers that come with the Ica have like furniture pieces on them. So that's what I'm talking about. There's definitely new trailers and new cargoes that you're going to carry. Here's Norkenson. I think it looks like this is where they're taking us. Which is interesting, because why on earth would Norkson want us with this big honking pipe asset? But for whatever reason, they need it. Close my door. Once again, the kid's leaving the door open all the time. I'm going to actually pull around and back here so I can get headed the right direction. It'll be easier than trying to make a tight turn there. So sadly, no construction zone, but you can see already that this is different than what you have in the game before, so I think that's kind of cool. I really like it. I like to be going the other way, like this. There we go. That's what I want. So I can look out and see. Easy, girl. Easy. Back that thing straight up. There we go. Easy peasy. Easy, L. Alright, there we go. Drop it off, and let's make our money. Here we go. Ding, ding, ding. Alright, so now we move into the Scandinavian territory. I totally forgot to run over and take a look at the paint scheme, so we're going to do that right now. And then I'll cut in to the ending part. Sorry about that, if it's a little disjointed, but it's because I totally forgot. Oops. I need to look at the map, though, because I don't know how do I get to the main part of town. Let's see. I'm here. Oh, it's behind me. I gotta go the other way. Oops. Alright, so I gotta turn around. And here comes the storm. Gonna gonna just block the road because these guys are gonna... Look at this guy. I'm giving you the high five sign there, buddy. Everyone's quiet. I'm making a video here. Wow, that train driver's like not doing so good. If you guys have been watching my channel, you know that we have a train that runs outside our house. And you can hear it go by at night. The guy is just, I don't know what he's doing, but he keeps like cracking the cars together out there. It's like, and then like 5 minutes later he does it again. I'm like, man, just get it over with. Move on to the next city, buddy.
Move on, don't mess around.
Don't mess around.
Don't bring me down.
Was that Delight? Oh, Erasure. I would have never gotten that reference. Yeah, look at these tenements. We are in Alberg. Now, one thing I've noticed is that in Scandinavia, there are no recruitment agencies that I've found yet. So you can't hire workers from Scandinavia. Yes, Evelyn.
There's about this much of cheesy fries on the side. We can ask you if you'll share some.
Nope.
Daddy, you share with them.
Oh, okay. Well, no, look, I could be wrong. There's a dealership in there.
There's a lot of chicken.
Is it heating up right now? Dude, what is that guy doing out there? Maybe he's got a problem or something. Maybe there's... I've never heard him do that before. Maybe they've got like a... Not...
Short. They're not your size. They're short looking.
I'm interested to see what's going on with that train. What am I doing? I was supposed to go over there.
Full of turds.
Good, that'll be on YouTube.
Daddy.
Not me. I've been in that bathroom for hours. That's the kids. I'm getting blamed for dropping kids off at the pool. There's a recruitment agency. That's what I wanted to see, and not what I wanted to hear. I drive like a maniac.
Let's double check. Hey, verify you're not full of beans. Hey, don't you...
Evelyn is full of beans. Oh, come on. Oh, phew, I made it. So I was wrong. There's my first Scandinavian recruitment agency, and it was in Denmark. All right, quiet up. Come on, guys. I'm making a video here. Quiet. Oh, my gosh. All right, so here's what I wanted to show you.
Wait, I need help.
Just a minute.
We gotta make this better.
So can I just finish this video? I'm like a minute away from being done, please. So here's the paint scheme. This is it. And what's kind of stinky about it is that, like, they give you 3 different ones, but they're all the same. If you notice, the pattern is the same. So usually what I do is I work from this one, and I like to do this. Check this out. There's my blue. Use preset. And then I go to this color, and I go to blue. And I do that. Or you can kind of tone it a little bit. And now you have Superman for a truck. But that is the other paint scheme, or the other thing that comes with the high value cargo. If you do a lot of hauling of large equipment, like I just was doing with the pipe, you may want to consider one of these paint schemes, because they are, safety paint schemes. Though they're a little bit, extroverted. I guess you could probably do this, and make it a little less obnoxious. But I think if you get over to here and you do like this, well, that works too. You could do something like that too. That's pretty cool, because it's actually pretty subtle. Heck, you could even do this. Let's see if we can keep this preset. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Dang it. Oh, well, there goes my blue. Use preset. I could do that. You could do a whole bunch of stuff. You could even, in fact, you could even do this. Once again, I'm a little OCD when it comes to color picking. It takes me a long time to get some. Oh, that looks really cool. Oh, maybe. Oh, that looks really cool too. Look at that. Oh, I might have to do that. Man, that's pretty sleek. Oh, I don't know. It's missing my blue though. We could do that. Look at that. That's really cool. So anyway, these are the different paint schemes that you can get, or the different paint scheme. It also gives you this one. Now, I will say this Duelist is also one of the, I believe this is a custom paint scheme, but it might not be. No, it's probably not, because, let's see. Heavy duty, Universal, the Duelist, heavy duty Posh construction, and Universal. Now that's pretty cool. I like that construction one though too. That's pretty sweet looking. So anyway, have a great night, guys. Be sure to subscribe. Hopefully you're enjoying this series of videos, and if you do, give me a thumbs up. But we're going to be driving into Scandinavia now, so you guys can get a good look at the Scandinavia package. Is it worth the $20 that you want to spend almost to get it? I think it is, but that's going to be different for each person. So anyway, have a great night. See you on the road. And be sure to subscribe and give me thumbs up. Lots of them. Have a great night. Bye.